better be shooting in black and white. You only got one shot at this. Ask whatever questions you want to ask. I'm only doing this shit once. Stop trying to blame me for your fucking problems. Shit, I don't know how long I've been playing music. I either drank too much or some shit. I started real young, I know that. Maybe couldn't even walk yet. That's what people say, but people are always talking shit about me, so fuck if I know, but it seems like I've been doing it forever. Didn't you hear what I just said? I don't know what got me started playing music. Stop asking the wrong damn questions. You want this to be over? You better pay me for this shit. You know I'm not playing any music on this, right? I'll play some music, but I ain't gonna sing. If you play any of my damn singing, that means you're playing from one of my damn albums. You got this? So, you play any of my singing, you gotta play me for 3 shows. That's $1,500 per. You got $4,500? Then you better not play me singing, because they gotta buy my album if they want to hear that shit. Yeah, I rode a lawnmower all the way from Detroit to Toledo for the good beer. Like you wouldn't. They got shit over there that we can't get over here. You know, can't get in Michigan, period. It's just stupid. It's bullshit. So, of course I go there. You know, America's oldest brewery doesn't get sold out here. You know what I'm saying? So, it just is what it is. I had a lot of jobs in prison. I worked in the kitchen, but my favorite thing was being a janitor, just cleaning up the halls and shit, because I was able to interact with everybody, you know, get a little bit of special privileges from the boys and all that shit, you know, since I had access. I had some friends in prison. They were alright. I mean, you gotta kind of have friends, otherwise you don't survive, and that's the way it is anywhere. I mean, however tough you think you are, there's a million tougher than you out there somewhere. Just, you gotta make sure that they are not at their toughest at the time, right? And that's really all there is to it. People like to pretend it's some big thing, but yeah, I got some friends, and I'd have a full band behind me if some of those motherfuckers got out, but some of them have life, some of them have been put to death, so, you know, it's always going to be a solo act at this point. Man, I really don't think much of my fans. I mean, sure, some of them are good people and everything else. Some of them will set you up in a fucking heartbeat, though. You know what I'm saying? There's been shootouts with fans a few times. Crazy motherfuckers. You're either going to have the best time of your life or you're going to have the worst time of your life. And a lot of them chose to have the worst time of their life that night. You know what I'm saying? I think all of them survived. And I'm not going to say I'm the one that shot him, but I'm going to say that I heard the shot. I was close enough with that. Cops know that. Drug of choice, speed. It's good enough for Johnny Cash and all that. You know what I'm saying? Or Lemmy from Motorhead. It's good enough for me. All my songs might be about criminal shit to you, but to me it's just about life. You know, you live that way, you understand. If you don't live that way, you never understand. People say I never shut the fuck up about it, but honestly, I've already told the cops all this shit, so I can talk about it all I want, and if I'm talking about this, they ain't coming after me again. Let's put it that way, right? They're figuring I'm telling everything that I'm doing. It's always on camera, shit like that. Just because they haven't caught me again, that's on them, but, you know, fuck the law anyway. Brooklyn's alright, you know what I'm saying? Different town every day. A lot of places that want me, a few places that don't. And the ones that don't, I don't give them an option. I ain't got a show that night? Well, guess what? I do now, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, try to stop me. You ain't stopping me alone. And your job better be faster than mine. That's all I got to tell you. But, you know, a tour's a tour. You got to do what you got to do. Would you rather see me playing for people or taking from people? Which one you really want? Shit. People will call my music whatever they want, but they won't call it that to my face, I'll tell you that. I mean, yeah, people might call it rat country. Shit. Yeah, I ratted on some people and everything else, but they were ratting on me too, so fuck them. Wrote a bunch of songs about those bastards, we'll write a few more. You know, people always say no one likes a rat. Well, there's rats everywhere, so New York loves them. Some people call it crack country too, and if you think it is, fuck you, it's speed only. I don't do crack, I don't smoke crack, none of that. I'll never touch that shit. So, you want to accuse me of something I do, well, fuck off. All those things that come along with what you call me, you want to cash those in? Do it to my face, I dare you. They can fear me. You fear what you don't understand. No, sometimes you fear what you understand and you don't want to cross that line. And apparently a lot of them think that they can cross that line with me and try to get me banned from fucking venues and records taken out of stores and, you know, me blocked from playing certain areas and all this other shit. But what they don't understand is that shit's never going to stop a guy like me. So I don't think it's misunderstood. I think they see me as a threat. My biggest song, probably You're Too Ugly for This Bullshit. You know, a lot of people can relate. A lot of people don't like the song because they thought it was about them, and they were right. You know, some of them anyway. You know if you're ugly, you got a mirror. I don't care if your parents say, oh, you're beautiful, this, that, and the other. You know what the deal is. The first show I played, man, that was so long ago. It was a bar, I was underage. This is a real show because I used to play on the street. I used to busk all the time and get chased away by cops and all this other shit. But somebody saw my shit, happened to be a bartender, said, hey, get your ass over to my spot tonight. I'll give you $5. So I got the $5, a beer or two with that money, and played, had a good old time. Now, I think maybe they thought that I was cleaner than what I was, you know, with subject matter and shit like that, but that's on them. The only cover I've ever done is Johnny Cash cover, and because of that, he thought, oh, this guy's going to sound like Johnny Cash. That's the only song he ever listened to that I played, you know, and maybe he thought, oh, this is going to be a good, clean-cut guy. Well, yeah, I only played for him once because I beat his ass at the end of the night. You know, I saw how much I got everyone else drinking and everything, and realized I was making him money, and he wasn't admitting to it, so that $5 show quickly became everything he had on the till. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not doing this just for the money, but I ain't going to let somebody lie to me either. So, you ever want to book me again, you pay me, right? And take this as a message to everyone else. If I say I'm getting paid so much, I'm getting paid so much. If you don't like it, well, you better learn to love it. Yeah, I played some shows with horrorcore rappers and shit like that. The thing is, they won't play with me anymore because, yeah, I mean, we had a good enough time and everything else, and I understood what they were doing and all that, but their fans and my fans didn't get along too well. Their fans like to talk about using bladed weapons, and mine just carry guns. So when it goes sideways, it goes sideways. You know, you can claim to be a murderer or anything like that, but you get somebody that, you know, could be in a shootout at any second. It's a completely different thing. So your knife ain't going to work. You ain't going to get close enough to use them. That's been proven time and time again. So, yeah, if you want me to play, fine. But, you know, what it comes at the end of the night is it's your side versus my side, and my side ain't going to lose. I ain't got no problems with you. Hopefully you won't have any problems with me, but we know what's happening once you decide to do this shit. You know I'm going to say yes. Shit, other people that I'd love to tour with, there's a bunch of them out there, but they don't want to tour with me, and the reason is they don't be showing up, you know? Reverend Horton Heat, a lot of people like him. He puts on the same show every night, you know what I'm saying? You see him once, you've seen him every time that you can see him, you know what I'm saying? So anybody that's unpredictable, you don't know if I'm going to show up on time. You don't know how long my set's going to be. You don't know what songs I'm going to play because shit, I don't know any of that. So, yeah, that's part of the reason that the tours aren't happening. But at the same point, you don't want somebody that's going to just come show 2 songs real quick and then shut the show down because nobody gives a shit about you anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that's happened to me before. I've been offered tours with different bands, Super Suckers, shit like that. And honestly, Super Suckers, that tour lasted 2 days. First day, they had me open. Second day, they had me close. Third day, they kicked me off the fucking tour. Because nobody gave a shit about the Super Suckers anymore. They were at the bar for 6 hours saying encore, encore, even after I left. So, yeah, as far as, you know, people I'd love to tour with, I'm not even going to go over it because it ain't happening. I'm way too damn good. It's way too good of a time, and honestly, all the rest of the bands and musicians that I've tried to take on the road with me have been pussies. So, what you gonna do? What I was before is exactly what I am now. People like to pretend, oh, you changed all this shit. Well, guess what? Nah, I just don't act like I used to. Doesn't mean I'm not capable of it. Right? Well, I'm not capable of that anymore. Try me. There's a lot of stuff that I've been thinking of that I haven't had to do, but I haven't done yet. Could be some fun, but honestly, as long as this music thing's going, that ain't never gonna be a fucking problem. Gotta promote how you gotta promote. I just happened to be on Cops and was wearing a shirt for my next tour. You know, I had the tour dates on back and all that, and they didn't blur it out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I may have got chased. I may have got arrested. It was just an overnight thing. You know, went to court, paid a few dollars, and, you know, just lived my life. So, thank you, cops. By the same token, though, fuck you for giving me trouble. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing anything. Trumped up charges and all that shit. Fuck you. Shit, everyone rips off blues musicians. You kidding me? You know, and it's not that I rip them off. I talk about real life. They talk about real life. Everyone says, oh, you're ripping this person off. You're ripping that person off. Well, kiss my ass. I ain't ripping anybody off. You know what I'm saying? We all have different experiences, and some of them are the same. So some of the songs are going to be the same because guess what? Human nature doesn't change. So, oh, you're ripping off this or that. No, I'm not. All right? I'm just writing good music. Not afraid of prison. I've been there enough times and all that. Yeah, it's tough, but it's tough everywhere. In prison compared to out of prison, it ain't that much different. I mean, I'm the same person out here as I was in there, and, you know, that's just the way it is. People think prison rehabilitates you. Nah, it just means I do shit in different areas, so it's harder to get caught. You don't get smarter, you just become more well-traveled. You get out of jail, I don't care what it is you're doing. You can be drawing stick figures. You get in touch with a publication, they'll put it out in a day because they think, oh, it's so brave and all this shit. So you put one little con job, get some people digging your shit, and then you have the ability to travel as long as you aren't on probation. And even if you are, if they don't catch you, then you didn't leave, right? Man, the days before music, shit, they were fun. A lot of booze and a lot of chasing women, a lot of being chased by angry boyfriends, husbands, all that shit. Stuff doesn't really change. I mean, I don't chase women anymore, but there's always somebody that wants to kick your ass, you know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. It's just this life we lead. People say, well, why do you always have to, you know, live out what you play? No, I play what I live out. You don't understand. It doesn't. Well, why do you have to live that way? Because I don't know how to live different, and I write songs about it. You got a problem with it? Kiss my ass. I released some music before I went in to prison this last stint. Well, I guess you can call it that. And I got word out that there was going to be a music festival at this prison. Now, there wasn't going to be, but a bunch of people showed up. Way too many. Grassroots shit. People are nuts. So, yeah, some people got arrested and shit. That's their fault. You know, if you know you're breaking into a prison, you don't think there might be prison time? Fuck you. You know, you deserve to be in there. You're stupid. The smart criminals don't get caught, and smart people in general find a way around it. Now, I'm an idiot. You know, I got caught a few times, but you just turn yourself into prison. Can't be mad at me for you turning yourself in. But luckily, I was able to get out. I just told them I was a roadie, and they believed that shit. A roadie for a festival that wasn't happening. Stupid motherfuckers. But, you know, I got out for a little bit, and then that night was fun. People were giving me everything. Drinks, pills, everything else. And, you know, if I was thinking, I would have went further, but you get that kind of fucked up, you can't really run. The cops found out where I was and just basically put the cuffs on me. I don't remember any of that. People say I was passed out. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. I really can't tell you. Oh, crazy shit I've ever seen that show. That's a band I played with that came out in baby masks and diapers and shit. Fucking crazy band. Really fast songs. Hell of a night. A lot of cocaine that night, let's put it that way. Way too much cocaine. Not for me, for other people. I was still on speed. My Best days aren't behind me as far as playing goes. People say that all the time and pisses me off, or at least used to piss me off. Doesn't as much as it used to, just because I know, I'm going to write stuff in the future that's better than anything that I wrote before. I mean, that's just the only case that there is. I keep getting better. I don't keep getting worse. I keep getting more life experience. I don't have dementia shit yet. So, yeah, anyone saying, well, he's falling off and all this shit doesn't know anything. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Wait till that next album comes out. Ticket sales haven't been going as well as what I was hoping for this next tour. I mean, I was hoping that it was going to be this big thing. I'm touring with Hank Williams Sr., basically a hologram. I mean, some people might say it's not a hologram. It's a projection of light either way. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. We aren't doing any duets. We're on the hologram, just Hank Williams, the greatest, headline each night. And we haven't been getting full houses like I was hoping, so gonna probably have to do a little bit more promotion and all that. Maybe even day of aggressive promotion possibly, but we'll get those places filled up soon enough.